Okay, I just want to tell you what happened, okay? There's only going to be 3 of you now. The big, funny, fat tiger, your sister, the one you bullied over and over, Tiger, is not coming back. She got run over yesterday in the road. BJ. A car hit her, and she didn't survive. So Tiger's not coming back. I won't be calling Tiger. No, I won't be calling Tiger. She's not going to come back. So it's just going to be the 3 of you now. Patch, how do you feel about that? Tiger never gave you any trouble. Well, she never gave any of you any trouble. But it's just going to be the 3 of you now, okay? BJ, can you focus for a minute? Thank you, Patch, for listening. Thank you, Spot, for listening. We are going to miss Tiger very much. So let's be thinking of Tiger when we have breakfast, okay? Okay. I just loved seeing all 4 of you eat there together. Hey you guys, Kaye here on the homestead. Just sharing a little bit of the heartache when you lose one of your animals. I have this amazing person that mows and does a lot of different things here, comes and works. And he was here yesterday when I found one of my 4 cats in the road down there. And he went and got her and put her in a box, and we put her in cold storage overnight because he offered to take her to his pet cemetery because he just had to bury one of his cats that got hit. And I said, no, I do believe that it's the second the flesh body dies that the spirit moves on. And hopefully the spirit of our pets go to heaven. Kitty heaven anyway. Their own heaven, I don't know. Anyway, He texted last night and said, I was too distraught to know that I wanted to bury her here. And so he said, well, think about it. And he texted and said that he would, oh, I know what it was. It was like everything around in Middle Tennessee is very rocky. So if you're thinking of moving here, you really need to know that. And so Middle Tennessee is basically one big limestone slab. And you've got to create your food and deal with that. Anyway, I decided that there's a place behind my house that I can see from every window in the back of my house. And I can see the spot when I'm washing dishes. And so he brought his caterpillar, his excavator, and he is working his way. He can't drive it on the driveway, it'll destroy it. But he's working his way around the woods to come in from the woods, top down to this particular spot. So we're gonna get this out of the way first, and then he's gonna get on to the job at hand, which is power washing my house. Yeah, so life goes on, and I have 3. Well, I've had a problem curing my squash this year. All of the early cushaw they rotted right away. So now I noticed that I have one cushaw that's rotting upstairs, the neck of it, and so I wrought that down, and I have a butternut that was rotting on the end, but the rest of it's good. So I am just going to do a succession of 3 squash today and get them cooked. And also in this video, I hope to show you the weight of those monster squash, the monster man. I hope to show you that. Someone wrote in and said I'm sorry, I don't remember who writes in what, but I do read your comments. And someone wrote and said that if I put, I'd never done this before, I always cut my squash and put it on a piece of parchment in a baking pan and covered it, and then you got your cut in, which is always exposed. And then if you leave it in too long, sometimes the whole end browns and you lose a little. Oh man. Anyway, someone said if you put just an inch of water in the baking pan and set your pieces in that, you won't have that problem. So that's what I'm doing today. And also I'm saving the seeds because this is the first butternut from this season that I've saved the seeds, and it was a really good butternut. The size of it, the weight of it, it just didn't cure right, So, but I can probably get at least 2 loaves of bread, maybe 2 pies out of it. We'll see. So, and I'm going to have those seeds for offer too, because those are now acclimated to Tennessee because they were all volunteer. Wow. By the way, I have had a bit of an intestinal issue the last few days, and oops, he's wiping his face. And I'm watching him come down the hill, and just have been not feeling that well. And so I remembered that when my son had E. coli when he was 10 years old, he had a major detox, if you want to look at it that way. I did, because he had been diagnosed with asthma at 18 months. And so for years he'd had all those asthma drugs. And after this major detox, he never had any more asthma drugs. So how I healed his gut, and this is just what I did, not saying that you should do it, you do your own research, but we started drinking raw dairy because we had access to raw dairy back in 2000. And so if I drank milk, or whoops, yeah, he ran into a rock right away. Okay, so this may not work. If you're going to have a memorial, I just wanted to have it where I could see it out the window, because if you don't, then you never see it. Anyway, raw cream and chopped up fresh tomatoes. I happen to have a few last tomatoes, and I happened to, for the first time in years, to have bought some raw cream just the other day in that new market I know about. So it's the same dairy that I get the milk. Ooh, this is looking more promising. Let's check it out. Oh, I think that'll be deep enough. We can put that rock on top of it. Looking good. So I just wanted to, say something about common decency. You don't hit a pure white, big white fur ball, 20-pound cat in broad daylight in the middle of the road without knowing it. That person knew that they hit my cat, but nobody stopped. They just went around it, and all the people that went by that knew it was out there didn't drive up here and say, "Is that your cat in the road?" Isn't that something? What has happened to our world where there's just no common decency? It's heartbreaking. Okay, it's done. Tiger had an elaborate funeral. How many cats get a send-off like that with a big old excavator digging the hole? All right, thanks for being with me through this yet another difficult step in the life of a homestead. And I'm going to talk more about, my decision, how to do the cats, and all that. I know a lot of people have concerns about cats being outside and all that, so I want to dive into that in a different video. But I picked this spot up on the hill because I can see it from every one of the windows on the back side of the house. And I'm so glad the second spot he tried. The first one, he went right into a rock. And the second one, he took out a lot of rocks, but at least they were loose, and he got a nice big hole. So Tiger will be missed. Hey you guys, stay close to home, okay? You think Tiger would like this? You think Tiger would like this? BJ, would Tiger like this? Hmm? Stay close to home, okay? Just don't go on the road. Don't go on the road. So I just wanted to add that Corey said in the 5 minutes it took me to go up and get him and him get back down here with a box, that somebody stopped and took her to the side of the road. So there is some decency left. I know, but it's unreal. You can actually see the cedar. It was so filthy. Oh, and you did the frame too.
Oh yeah.
Well, of course you did. You're a thorough guy. Look at everything. Wow, everything is so sparkling. Where's BJ? That's 7 pounds. Are you helping? Do you miss Tiger? Ooh, this is much heavier. Let's do the heavy one again. 25 pounds. This one is 18. This is 18 pounds. Okay.